Hey, hey, hey. Why is this in demo mode? Mm, I don't know why that was in demo mode. Hey, everybody. If you can hear me, put a one in the chat. Hey, Jeff. What's up, my dude? I ain't been seeing you lately. I figured you was busy. How you been? Making sure you can hear me. I'm looking low-key crazy on here, y'all. Mm, mm, mm. Hey, Adasol. How y'all doing today? What's up? Man, y'all. I was so tired this afternoon. I I had a sister law client. It's one of my kind of bigger heads. Usually I can get people done in less than 3 hours. And it just woke me out. So I was kind of tired. I needed to give my VA like the emails and social media stuff that needed to go out this week. But I had to lay down for a little bit. I'm sitting up here about to choke on these jelly beans. But okay, Jeff said I've been a little busy, also keeping a low proud. I get it. I get it. Oh, I didn't know that you've been been to Japan recently. Cool, 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 cool. But well, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Welcome to Tell Me Something Good Sunday. Feel free to share one of your wins that you had this past week. It's so important to kind of focus on something positive or focus on a win. It's so much stuff going on in the world right now. It just don't make sense. And this morning I woke up and I basically, well, two things happened. One, I like the last couple of days I have not been able to sleep well. And I've been like on my phone literally until it fall out my hand. Lights off in the bed. That's a bad combination. So one, I gotta stop doing that. And then two, two, I realized I need to, like Jeff said, taking a little bit of a break from news. I look at a lot of political YouTube. So I was like, okay, I need to take a break. Because some of these people, I mean, they be on it. I mean, obviously, this is probably how they making their money, and things of that nature. But, they might do 3, 4 videos a day. So if you watching, I don't know, 5 or 6 people, it's a lot. And then my phone gave me like a recap, and it shows you like how much time you spent on your phone, how much time did you spend, what was you doing. And I think I had last week, it said 39 hours on YouTube. That's watching YouTube. So I was like, yeah, I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break. So um yeah, you know in this day and age we definitely have to know when to take a pause, when to breathe, when to step back, when to put a pin into something and things of that nature. So, um, I got my notes here because I did not want to forget what we was going to talk about tonight. What did I do with it? I know I wrote it down. I am going crazy. Oh, here you go. So, what's my win? So, I would say my biggest win this week is just getting back productive, right? For those who didn't know, we have a book club, but we made a decision. One, I had to make an executive decision that I needed to put a pin in book club because we was meeting every Monday and things of that nature. And I got a lot of crap. I shouldn't say crap. I have a lot of things that I need to prioritize. That's a more positive way of saying it. So we just finished up this book. Let me see. Can y'all see it? Who Better Than You? The Art of Healthy Arrogance and Dreaming Big. And let me see if I can find it. Is this the chapter? It's a saying, and it's really stuck with me all week. Oh, here it is. So in chapter 27, it's titled "The Best Time to Plant a Tree. Don't obsess about how far behind you are. Start catching up today." And so it says, there's an old proverb that says, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So that that has stuck with me this week, right? Because I was like, oh, we got some more people in the chat. Hey, Born. Yeah, so that has stuck with me all week because I was focusing on the dang, I should have, planted this symbolic tree 20 years ago. Like I had been putting off for weeks when once I realized like, hey, I need a landing page, I need a funnel that can kind of hit all my services in one funnel. This is stuff dealing with my business. And after reading that chapter, I was like, you know what? It's two good times to plant a tree, 20 years ago and today. So I've been taking we're going to focus on today approach. So that's my long-winded win, just being productive. It was one other thing that I saw this week too that kind of kicked me in the butt. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. Here it is. It says dreams don't need deadlines, they need decisions. So between those two things coming in my brain this past week, I just been productive, making, very minor progress, but nonetheless, I feel like I didn't, made tremendous strides and things of that nature. So that's my win. So if anybody else had any wins this week, definitely okay, I don't know what that means, Angel. And welcome, because I don't think I've ever met you here on the channel. But anyway, all right, y'all, let's get into it. I'll definitely drop the link. I'm not gonna be on here all night, but I do have some things that I want to talk about. How many people saw State of the Union? So I had posted on the channel, and a lot of people say, they wasn't gonna watch it. I wanted to see if it was gonna be like last year's, and I think I would have to say it was worse. And on my Facebook page, on my personal Facebook page, I don't even know. I don't know if it was 10 minutes in, 15 minutes in. I can't remember. But I was like, this feels like watching a secret cult meeting. And then I was like, this is given without all the standing up. I said, this is given like JW Circuit Assembly, District Assembly, like the big meetings. So if you didn't see it, literally every 5 words, after every 5 words he would say, the mostly the Republicans, they would stand up and clap and cheer. And then they sit down. He say 5 more words. They stand up and cheer. It was like, this is weird. This is so weird. It was weird. It was just unprofessional, uncouth, as they would say. Yeah, it was weird. I don't ever recall watching a State of the Union so weird. I mean, the year before was weird, but this one took the cake. Yeah, so it was crazy. Eventually, I just fell asleep because I was like, "This so much gaslighting and BS and lies and half truths and exaggerations." I fell asleep. They say it was the longest in history, and it was almost 2 hours. I ended up falling asleep. I slept good that night. Oh, let's see. Jeff said, I saw literally 45 seconds of State of the Union just to see how bad he sucked down. I had to turn it. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God, Jeff. I was like, this is cringe city. I mean, it was just the weirdest thing, y'all. And so, yeah, I couldn't help. And y'all want to hear something funny? So, like I said, on my personal Facebook page, I had said, "Oh my God, this feels like I'm watching a secret cult meeting." So I still have Facebook friends who are active JWs, right? Fully indoctrinated or whatever. And one of them responded, and what did she say? I think she said, "I know, right?" with the laughing emoji. And I was thinking, like, girl, you the secret cult member. I'm talking about. What did she say? She said, what did she say? I was like, oh my gosh, she don't even know. She don't even know that she is in the cult. She, like, this ain't giving you assembly vibes. I said, I feel like I'm watching a secret cult meeting. And she said, oh, she said, girl, with the laughing emoji. I'm like, girl, you are in a secret cult too, because you don't know, but we do. So anyway, so y'all have to kind of talk in riddle sometime, because I do feel like YouTube will make the chat freeze, or make my live freeze and things like that. So I'm sure everybody is aware of what happened yesterday, right? Overseas. And so I couldn't help myself. But think, how many meetings today did they say? What y'all already know what I'm gonna say. That with that action that took place yesterday, how many times today do you think we are blanking, blank? Fill in the blank, y'all. How many times do you think that was said today at the Kingdom Hall? And why y'all answer that? Let me see. Jeff said, how you can give standing ovations to three times within 45 seconds to a pathological liar is beyond me. I believe that's what you want to say, beyond me. It isn't even politics. It's literally watching people cheer on. Yes. Oh my God. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I think the ovations were for the citizens, not the president. What do you mean, Born? Like what? To fool the citizens into believing that Congress supports him? What do you mean, Born? So what do y'all think? What do y'all think today at the meetings, based on the activities that took place yesterday? If you are in tune to what happened yesterday overseas. What what phrase do you think was said probably a million times today in all kingdom halls around the world? That we are fill in the blank. Like not laughing at what happened yesterday, but it took me back to when I was in that when tragic things like what happened yesterday occur, how that just gives the friends, right? Just give the people in the congregation that fuel to be like, yes, yes, yes. Y'all still there? Hopefully y'all typing. I was trying to talk in code because like I say, YouTube will shut me down. So I'm like, how do these people who got political channels, how do they not get in trouble? But I guess they got like millions of subs and stuff too. Let's say Jeff said it had those vibes like the last talk on a Sunday convention when people keep laughing over random statistics. Exactly. He was giving Medal of Honor to people. It was so weird. Hey, Esty. Hey, it was so weird, y'all. It was just the random. I'm like, it was just weird. Yes. There you go, Adasol. They would say, we are living in the last days. We are living in the last of the final part of the final part of the most last part of the last days. Okay? I know all the Jehovah's Witnesses was talking about that today. I know they was. But then it's like, you think about it, and it's like, wasn't they just probably saying that how many years ago did it start? The WAR between the R country and the U country, right? I'm trying not to say these words because they be tripping. So I'm sure they said that, right? Like, I know to me, it feels like right now, every day you wake up, it's like something tragic. If it's not something that this nutcase is doing, it's, just on the local scene, hearing about somebody being unalived, just every day. And that's why I was like, yeah, I'm going to take a break from all the, like, for sure, the politics. Like my husband, he will watch the news. If it come on 8 times a day on the TV, he gonna watch it. So I think I'm gonna limit mine to one evening local. I do like what's his name on ABC, like the world news. I do like him, and that's it. I'm not gonna watch it at 10 o'clock. It come on 10 o'clock. Here. I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break. Let's see. Born say it again, T, so I can try to fill in the blankety blank. Oh yeah, for sure. Just say honestly, I was fully in JW on 9/11, and even then, I didn't feel it was the beginning of the end. Whoa! Let me tell you. Speaking of that, if y'all, I don't know how long y'all been rocking with me. I don't know how y'all found the channel, but if you watch the 3-part series of me kind of telling my story early early on this channel, I speak to somebody called Big Fella. And so Big Fella used to tell me when I was studying with him and his wife, he would say, oh, you should have seen how many people was like, oh, this the last days when 9/11 hit. And talking about how people was, walking from the Twin Towers, straight to Bethel, there in Brooklyn, right? It was in Brooklyn, right? And all this stuff, just, he was talking about, oh, that night, that next meeting, he was like, oh my God, the hall was packed. And I'm like, yeah, I bet it was. But I wonder how many of those people are still, there. That was what was it, 1990? Was it 19? No, was it 2000 or 2001 with 9/11? I know I was teaching. I feel like it was 2001. Am I mistaken, y'all? Hey, Hartley. Happy Sunday. How you doing, friend? But yeah, it's the last days every day you wake up, right? Is what you're making. Last night on the NAACP Awards, Viola Davis, what did she say? She said, uh, "Hell is when God dog it. Now I can't remember. Hell is when you what she say? Hell is when the person you became. I can't remember. It was something about like on your deathbed. Hell is basically the things that you did compared to things you won't be able to do because your time on earth is coming to an end. Something like that. She's like, that's what hell is, or something like that. But okay, all right, 2001. Oh, okay. Because I always remember I was teaching and it was like the right, obviously the fall, like we had just come back to school. And where I taught on the west side at the time, and right out my window, you could see Sears Tower. And I just kept, looking because it's like, oh God, oh God, oh God. So we supposed to be trying to keep these kids calm. It was just weird because it was just like, what the? Because on the way to work, Doug Banks was on. Y'all remember Doug Banks? Or is it? No, Doug Banks. Yeah, he did end up getting like a national show. So y'all probably remember Doug Banks. He said a plane has flown into the Twin Towers. I'm just thinking one of them little putt planes. I had no clue. By the time I got to work, I was like, what the ATLL? You know? Let's see, Born said I was homie at 9/11 and I didn't think it was Armageddon either. See? And guess what? It might have been a whole bunch of people who didn't think that. But to try to just, indoctrinate me and have me drink the Kool-Aid, big fella, used to say that narrative all the time. And one of his favorite phrases of all times is, we living in the last days. He would say that all the time. So it's just so comical because then when I found out all the shady and disgusting things he was doing in the dark, it's like, well, you couldn't have thought it was the last days because you still was out here doing all this dirt, you know? So yeah, I love Doug Banks. I always loved him. I was really hurt when he passed. I really liked his show. I was so happy for him when he got his own show. And it was funny to me. He was funny. He always played good music and things of that nature. But yeah. So um let's switch up for a little bit. Hey, Butterfly. For those who was not here on my I think I went live like during the week or something, was it? Y'all, me and Butterfly met in person. She had come to town, not just to meet me. She had come to town, and we was able to hook up. And she got me this. I got this camera reverse. My brother told me I had to put it in mirror mode. I don't know. Let me read it to y'all. Wait, because the light, maybe this light. Wait, let me turn this on. Let me see if that works. Is that better? Can y'all see it? Can y'all see that? Wait. I got the camera on mirror mode, so I don't know which way I'm going. It says, I came, I saw, I forgot what I was doing. I went back, I got distracted. When did I turn 50? Is this my cup? What's going on? I have to pee. Like, that's how it be. I'm like, OMG. I'm gonna be my first patient, y'all. I am working on um like advanced study in hormone replacement therapy. Um, Initially, I'm just gonna, work with women, but the more that I kind of read and learn and hear about like men and like, low testosterone levels and things like that, I might eventually look to help men. But right now, I'm just kind of focusing on women, and I'm gonna be my first patient because even though I feel like my brain fog has gotten a little bit better, it ain't no joke. And that's the other thing. This week, I have felt like I've had a little bit of night sweat. So maybe it's my hormones that got me tripping at night these last few nights. Let's see. Just I miss your lunchtime live stream. Wow, it's cool. You and Butterfly. Yes, yes, yes. So I thought that was so cute. Y'all, Butterfly, she the real deal. She the real deal. And that's the beauty of this channel. You get to make connections with people, and you before you know it, you become real friends, not the fake, JW friends. And she's super fly. I told her, and she's super private, like she'll never let me post a picture of her or anything like that. But she said, if you saw her, you would be thinking like, oh, she must be somebody. Like she got to be a celebrity. Yes, indeed. Yes, Jeff, they do. They do. Um, it's I thought I was blown away learning about gut health. The hormones is like it's game changing. Like it's a game changer between what women and men need to be doing in regards to optimizing their gut health and that the role it plays on your hormones, but then really knowing how to interpret labs and take into account how people feel. Because you go to your regular doctor. Well, let me tell you this. A lot of these providers out here, especially the ones who super old, who need to retire, they never got this kind of training, right? They tell women, oh, you're officially postmenopausal, just kind of deal with it, right? They wasn't properly trained in it. And so not to be, I know we got the fellas on here, not trying to gross people out, but I had went to the doctor, maybe a few months ago, and I was starting to kind of have like the hot flashes, night sweats, and things like that. But Butterfly had reminded me of evening primrose. So I started taking that. So it kind of resolved itself, but I still went to the doctor. My doctor, I've been going to her since I was probably at least, no, at least 30, maybe even 29. Because I know maybe even before then, she was my doctor when I had bought my house. This woman, now mind you, I still was having a cycle. She agreed to do some blood tests, came back and told me I was postmenopausal. So if I don't give a F was a person, that's what my doctor was giving. How you gonna tell somebody? The chart shows that I just had a cycle, that I'm postmenopausal. And now that I'm learning how to interpret and all this stuff, I went back to look and I said, how did she even figure that? She just saying anything. It's crazy out here. Like you really do have to be an advocate. Um, Oh, yeah, we had a good time. We had a good time. Hey D, how you doing? Um, nah, for real. Butterfly. I'm sure people like stop her in the airport. I was like, I think people probably think you're a celebrity. But anyway, y'all. Um, yeah. So talking about health, I wanted to talk about. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I did a video on colon cancer, specifically colon cancer diagnosis. Why we seeing more in people under 50? So YouTube ain't giving my video no love, but all my real ones who watched it really appreciated it. And that's the thing about YouTube, right? Especially my channel where it's not very niche, right? So obviously I don't just talk about XJW, JW this, JW that. I talk about health and wellness. I talk about, the YouTube streets. Every now and again, something that's trending, you know, uh, I have 2 cents to say about it. So I don't think the channel is hodgepodge. I think it's reflective of who I am, right? I'm more than just one thing. I have more than one interest. So I had already been thinking about doing the colon cancer one, but then when James Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek had passed, I was like, okay, let me do it. And you know what's so crazy is the day he died, I was having my colonoscopy. And so that was my second one. I had my first one when I was 46, and the second one, they really wanted me to go 10 years because I like the first one. I had no polyps, everything was beautiful, nice and pink, healthy, and no ulcers, nothing like that, no kind of irritable bowel syndrome or nothing like that. Um, but I had a dip in my red blood cells in my hemoglobin, making me iron deficiency anemia. And so they thought maybe I have a GI bleed. So that's why I was able to get the second one within 5 years without any pushback from insurance and stuff like that. But didn't have any of those things. So, sometimes when you have hypothyroidism, which I do have, getting older, fluctuation and things like that, sometimes, uh, and then the timing of when I got those labs done compared to when cycles was and things of that nature. And I know sometimes people might say, like, dang, she telling everything, this, and that. I share because I want you to be informed and be, feel empowered so that you too can advocate for yourself or, just do some more research because I don't think that it's not that healthcare providers don't care, but insurance runs the healthcare world. So, because if you think about it, when you was a little kid, and I get it, peds might be a little bit different, but back in the day, the doctor would spend a little time with you. Now it's like 1, 2, 3, I'm gone. You know, so that way we have to kind of be our own advocates and be just highly informed with ourselves and things like that. So the colon cancer video is not one of doom and gloom. I'm giving you information based on evidence-based research as to why we are seeing more people under 50 getting diagnosed and things like that. What things can we do to help reduce our risk, and what things are we doing that's increasing our risk that we need to change. So if you haven't got a chance to check it out, definitely check it out. I think it's definitely worth it. um and then another thing, so I'm kind of done for the year. I gotta go get a blood test for my GI doctor just to make sure that my iron levels are going back up. I'm being a good patient. I'm taking my iron every other day. If you ever have to take an iron supplement, taking it every other day, research shows that it kind of is more effective for whatever reason, versus taking it every day. So I just got to get one more blood test and I'm done. So I usually get my mammograms early in the year. So got that done. I do have what they call dense breast tissue. So it was recommended I get an ultrasound or a breast MRI. Well, I had a breast MRI 5 years ago. So they said, well, it won't hurt to do it again. The reason for that is that, the MRI can really see past that thick tissue, to make sure it's nothing, itty bitty growing that the mammogram didn't show. So that's all negative, y'all. So I'm all good. So yeah, I don't mind sharing um, what I go through as a 51-year-old woman, so that it help y'all. I don't want nothing to happen to y'all, and I definitely don't want y'all to be sitting in front of no healthcare provider feeling, helpless. Because like when that doctor told me I was postmenopausal, I was like, okay, Lord, I receive it. Because I've been having people for the longest asking me, will you please get into HRT? You know, and once I had that negative experience, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I hope to finish all my studying up with that and go live with that at my clinic, um, for sure by my fourth anniversary. I can't believe it. It'll be 4 years I've had the clinic officially open in April. By the skin of my teeth, we still open. Let's see. Butterfly said, no, no, sharing saves lives. We must advocate for each other. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I know sometimes y'all be like, Lord, here she go again, telling us this, that, and the third. But I just want y'all to know. I just want y'all to know. All right. So I think I am going to open up the lines, but I want to bring up one more thing. I want to discuss one more thing. Then I'm going to talk about some upcoming lives. And then I'll let y'all come up. And, if it's something you want to share or bring up, then we could talk about it a little bit. I ain't going to keep y'all too long. I'm going to probably get off 8 o'clock my time. I guess Stinky Boy Pepper want to say hi. Come here. You little worrisome butt. Yeah, you stink. You need a bath. Say hi. Look at them people. You see the people? Get down. Pepper little stinky butt. Okay. Y'all, like I told you, my win. Okay, I gotta get even. Like I told y'all, my win was being productive this week. It feels so good to get my crap together, y'all. And not once have I thought about, oh, I should have been done this. I should have been done it. I'm just every day, every day. So I have gotten back on track. I don't know about y'all, but like I'm a write things down type person. I got my whole week planned. So if something don't happen, it's truly me because I got it written down. Yep. Pepper so bad. I should y'all want a little menace. I'm gonna post a picture of him. I bought him this little black hoodie. He looked just like a thug. He the menace. People see Kingston. He a big black dog. That's who they scared of. This one will bite you. He people could be on the other side, minding their business, walking their dog, uh, got their kid in the stroller, and Pepper loses his mind. Loses his mind. He's still intact, so I don't know if that's why. Kingston, and then Kingston, of course, feel like he gotta back him up. It's just too much. Pepper drive me crazy, and he's a Velcro dog. I'm like, if did nobody else love me, I know Pepper loved me. Right? Right, Snoopy? Anyway. All right, let's see. Just said, I don't think it's TMI at all. Normal health stuff shouldn't be stigmatized. Exactly. We need to normalize talking about these things. So y'all are going to see a theme, right? Um, so I, oh, let me go back. So I was saying getting my stuff together, right? I got my stuff in the calendar, and so now I can tie it all together. So what y'all can look for from me. I know y'all like here she go with the what she gonna do, but I'm in a different space now. Um, I'm in a truly let's get it done, no procrastination, no excuses. Um, I plan to upload long form videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then obviously we'll do the live on Sunday. And then, if time permits, I'll do my little lunchtime chats and things of that nature. But as far as like planned, look for Tuesday and Thursday because I know some people say they don't get the notifications. They don't even know that I had a video up till they come to the channel. So starting this week until further notice, anticipate a long form video on Tuesday and Thursday. Okay. And then obviously we'll do the lives on Sunday as far as planned. Um, Speaking of which, I'm doing a members only March 6th. Um, More than likely it'll be maybe 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. So Uh, I think the membership starts at $2.99 a month. Feel free to support the channel that way. And don't forget, y'all, if y'all didn't already like the live, it helps, keep the eyes and keeps the channel in the algorithm. And then we are having a special. So if y'all didn't know, March is like National Women's Month, right? And so March 8th is International Women's Day. So I thought, how dope would it be that next Sunday is like a ladies first edition of Tell Me Something Good Sunday. So if you all didn't get a chance, I interviewed one of my friends or had a conversation. I don't really like to say interview. I had a conversation with one of my friends, Courtney, with the Despite series. And if you didn't catch that, you can go to the playlist and look for her video. And so Courtney's going to be joining me. I did put a post up. I am looking if it's any other XJW women who would like to come up on the panel. Email me or respond in that post. And basically we're gonna have a good time next week, kind of talking about, because I get a lot of the oftentimes uh some of the fellas who are former Jehovah's Witnesses uh really encourage me to continue with those kind of videos that speak from a woman's perspective because of things that they saw or things that was happening to their mom or their wife or their sister or just women in the congregation. So I thought that would be a great way to honor all the XJW women out here, reflecting on some of the things that women have been through in the organization and things of that nature. And how former JW women are thriving afterwards. So that's gonna kind of be the vibe there. So fellas, you still can come. We still want you to chime in. But as far as being up on the panel, it's gonna be ladies. Right now, it's just me and Courtney. If it's anybody who would like to join, like I say, you can email me or let me know on that post. Okay. Yes, butterfly. My baby Sebastian, I had him for 17 years. Uh, Sebastian was he was full blown Napoleon complex. He was, Tupac in a toy poodle body. But yeah. All right, Jeff said you should post the video at 7 p.m. so it'll feel like I'm tuning into the meetings. What video? When I go live? Oh, okay. Yeah. So that'll be a lie. Oh, but the other thing that I was mentioning when Butterfly was and Jeff was saying, yeah, sharing is caring kind of thing, is that um there's a lot of health and wellness related content that I want to put out there. So I got to put my ego aside. Like I don't know if the colon cancer video will even hit 100 views, which is always like my absolute bottom baseline. Like, can I at least get 100 views for my effort? Um, but the fact that people were responding saying, thank you for the information, thank you for the reminder, I'm gonna call my doctor and get my colonoscopy scheduled, then it's worth it. um I don't have this channel for the money, because if I did, I would be homeless. Like the month of February, and I know I wasn't nowhere near consistent, and the views are just not what they used to be. And I think that's a little bit of YouTube, and I do have a diverse sub makeup. But yeah, I think I only made $16. So that $16 carries over. But I do it because I've met some amazing people. I feel like, y'all my tribe, y'all rock with me even when it's stuff that you like, this ain't my thing, And people always say they learn something, like RC when he watched the Botox, video. He was just like, I didn't think I was gonna learn nothing or get nothing out of it. But he was like he glad he watched it. So, you know, I do it because it's it's like therapeutic, and I get to take up space, right? Having this channel is telling the world I take up space. And when you a JW, I would even dare say a woman in the world sometimes, being a black woman, you constantly being told not to take up space. So I'm gonna keep doing my thing. I may never go viral, but having this channel has been worth it, And I don't even know if I want to go viral, because that's like it's like almost being like a one hit wonder kind of thing. Let's see. So Jeff said you said you're posting videos on Tuesday and Thursday. That's oh. I didn't even think about that. Maybe I should change it then. Maybe I should change it. I just said that based on the way my life is set up now. So this is my plan, y'all. I kind of use Mondays as my reset day, right? Because Sundays I usually do hair and things of that nature. So Monday is kind of like my day. Monday is, I guess you could say, my Sunday. So my goal is on Mondays, even if I don't edit anything, to get my 2 videos for the week out and recorded. And so that gives me Tuesday, if necessary, to edit one, get it uploaded, and then Wednesday to edit the other one and get it uploaded. And then the weekend, I could be thinking about, okay, what I'm gonna do next week. So I hope that don't trigger people. Yep. Gotta keep you coming. Gotta keep you coming. All right, y'all. Well, I don't know if anybody wants to add anything. I'm gonna hop off of here in probably another 10 minutes. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. If anybody like to come up, say anything about what we discussed here tonight or anything like that. And we'll be bringing the book club back. For the most part, it's been all women. I don't necessarily think the ladies would be opposed if men wanted to join. It's not required that you follow us for each book, but I'll be putting that information back out after Labor Day, because we collectively decided after I initiated that we would take take a break so that I can get my sugar honey iced tea together, y'all. I got to get it together. Whether I end up getting a job or whatever, I have to get it together. Because my goal is to be debt free by the time I'm 56. Technically 55. So if I'm paying the last thing off the day before my 56th birthday, then as far as I'm concerned, I made it, you know? So that's what the plan is. But we'll see. We will see. It was so nice here Friday, y'all. It was like 60 something degrees. The sun was out. I took the dogs on a stroll. I can't say the W word because Kingston knows how to spell. And even though it's dark o'clock, they both will jump up and be ready to go. And then it went right back to winter. I can't wait. When is daylight savings time? I can't wait. It won't get dark until about 7, they say here. I don't that still seem kind of late. I don't think it's, let's see, daylight saving time. Oh, it's next Sunday. It's next Sunday. Okay. Next Sunday. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Ain't nothing like more daylight, you know? More daylight and warmer weather. It ain't gotta be scorching hot, but you just get tired of the cold here in Chicago. But anyway, yep, next Sunday. All right, y'all. Y'all have made my Sunday evening. I was a tired sister. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I didn't sleep well. Haven't been sleeping well the last couple of days. I was like, maybe I was a little. My husband said maybe I was a little subconsciously nervous about the breast MRI because I was kind of shocked because I thought she would put in an order for ultrasound, but probably because she saw I had a breast MRI 5 years ago, she just put that in. So yes, you can't help but get a little nervous, right? You never know. I've had so many people. You like darkness and cold? Oh no, I love the sunlight. I love it. Yes, yeah. I So that could have been a little bit it. Cause I tell my husband, I tell anybody they ever detect breast cancer, cut them off. I'll be out here like a 9-year old boy with a white tank top on. I ain't gotta hold on to no breastises. Mm-mm. You know. And another reason, y'all, that I mean, not just because I'm a nurse practitioner, but um, why I'm just, I don't mind, sharing what's going on. I got a serious family history of cancer. I was thinking about that before this live. I was like, dang, all four of my grandparents had some form of cancer. All four of them. Um, uh, my mom's dad ended up passing from pancreatic cancer. Um, my dad's father, my other grandfather, he had lung cancer and stomach cancer, and had one of his lungs removed as well as his stomach. And I was about, God, I don't know, maybe like fifth or sixth grade. And you know what they told me? They told me he had an ulcer. That's what they told me, my family, that he had an ulcer. And that's why they had to take his stomach out, from eating spicy food. So, oh my God, for the longest time, I used to be like, I ain't eating no spicy food. I ain't eating no spicy food. Because I'm like, dang, spicy food. My dad's parents were from Louisiana. So, spice is normal, I was like, oh God, I don't want to eat spicy food. So I mean, for years I wouldn't eat spicy food. And it wasn't until I almost want to say I don't think it was till after my grandfather passed. My grandfather passed, I was what, 16 years old. Yeah. That I was told the truth, that it was cancer. Um, and then my grandma, my mom's mom, um, I always thought she just had polyps and she was telling people colon cancer. But my mom said no, she saw the pictures. It was colon cancer, but they had caught it early. They cut it out. She never had to do any chemo. And she had breast cancer. And she went in, did the mammogram. I think she did maybe two, not set, like treatments, individual treatments of chemo. And after that, I can't remember. It was either one or two. And she was like, Jesus told me I'm healed. I ain't doing it no more. I'm like, Grandma, you sure? She's like, Jesus told me. And she lived, what, another 30 something years? Was it 30? No, 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 no. That was 2011. Yeah, because it's the same year my dad passed and my aunt Lois passed. So, and then she passed what in the end of 2024. So yeah, like 13 years. Never came back. Never came back. Um, and then my dad's mom, um, breast cancer, did the mastectomy, did the chemo, and then it ended up coming back. And she just was like, I'm not about to do these treatments no more. So yeah, I be on it, y'all. I do all my screenings because even though I feel like you know, it was a little bit like lifestyle, things were different, um, you never know. Still could, be a genetic component to it. So, and then my dad passed from liver cancer. So I just be on it. I be on it, y'all. I don't play because one thing I do know: if you get it, if it develop, the sooner the better, right? The earlier they can get it, the better the outcome. All right, y'all was having a conversation. I was running my mouth. Let me see what happened. Um, yes, Jeff, absolutely gonna check in on my people. Yep, butterfly loves winter. Yeah, Ananda Lewis. I wish she would have considered, a integrative approach. Did conventional as well as holistic. Yeah, we all human. Let's see. Jeff said breast cancer took my mother. That was back in the mid '80s when there was basically nothing they could do. I'm sorry to hear that, Jeff. Right, we've come so far. So Jeff said butterfly. Thank you. We all have our own story. Yes, me too, Esty. Um, yeah, so sorry about that, Jeff. So y'all, I'm gonna end on this note since that's what we're talking about. So I had mentioned in the colon cancer video about Cologuard. Y'all can go watch it. Why I prefer colonoscopy over Cologuard, but I have noticed that the makers of Cologuard they have a blood test. I haven't done a lot of research. I just seen it from commercials called Cancer Guard, and it's supposed to detect um, several cancers because we don't necessarily have screening for certain things um, ovarian. Like it's not a screening for like ovarian or like uterine cancer. Like with a pap smear, you're screening for cervical cancer. So I said I might do some research on it and see. But at the same time, I don't know if y'all God, what was that lady name? Or what is her name? But it was this lady who basically she ended up scamming the whole healthcare system. Is part of the reason why Walgreens is closing Walgreens, because they had put so much money in it. Like she was trying to come up with the technology where you can literally just take like a drop of blood, like you was doing a blood sugar, and it would give you like 200 labs. Well, she didn't have that technology, but she was. I mean, people wanted to get in on it, right? So all these big organizations, all these billionaires was giving her money. So when I saw the Cancer Guard commercial, it was making me think of that. I can't think of her name. It wasn't Ethos. I can't remember. But Hulu did a good like 8-part series on her. Um God, I can't think of her name. But yeah. So I don't know. I might do a little. Maybe I might do some research and do a little video on that. Um, but yeah. So I will tell all my black brothers out there. This week, your video is coming. I had mentioned it before about black men and their health, based on Kid and Play and Kev on Stage. Uh, some thought. Elizabeth Holmes, thank you. I knew you would know Butterfly. Butterfly is like a human Google, y'all. She know everything. Um, yeah. So that video is coming this week, as well as a book that I think every XJW who's been shunned should read. So those are the two videos this week, y'all. So continue to, support the channel. I appreciate y'all watching the videos, liking, commenting, sharing, hyping them up if you can. So the way I understand it is that hyping, I think you can only hype 3 videos a week, you know. So I always try to really save my hypes, but if you decide to hype one of mine, I greatly appreciate it. I don't know what the hyping do, but I figured this is something YouTube want us to do. All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to shut it down. I'm finna. You want some melatonin? Kingston keep coming in here. Kingston too big. Let me see. Maybe y'all can see him. Kingston. Woo! Y'all. Can y'all see him? You see the people? Look. He looking for crumbs on the floor. You say, look, he always think you didn't put something on the floor. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening. I'll see y'all next Sunday. I want the fellas to come too, just because it's International Women's Day. I don't want y'all to feel like y'all can't come through. Y'all can come through too. All right. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening. Good night, everyone. Yes, Ashley Holmes was definitely a cult leader, and the guy that her boyfriend, he was very culty as well. Yes, that deep voice. That wasn't her real voice though. She was really trying to patent herself after what's his name? Steve Jobs. She was trying to become like the Steve Jobs, right? Am I saying his name right? The Apple guy. Of like healthcare. Yeah. All right. Good night, Butterfly. Good night, Esty. Good night, Born. Good night, Jeff. All right, y'all. These dogs want their melatonin. I tell you. They like little robots. All right, y'all. Peace.